Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today's video was kind of a mashup of two different days, and it was over a week ago. But I'm finally getting it up. We've just been super busy with like dentist appointments, orthodontist appointments, eye appointments, other things going on, trying to get the garden done, all of that kind of stuff. But we're going to be done with school very soon, hopefully, and I'll have more time to do things. And yeah, we've just been super busy. All good things though. Everything's good. So I'm finally getting around to getting this video up. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and let's get to it. Okay, so we're starting with last night's dinner. We're going to season some chicken with this little seasoning mix we made with some salt and pepper, seasoned salt, some ranch seasoning, rosemary, garlic and onion powder, and lemon pepper. Adam just butterflied 2 chicken breasts, and he's just going to season them on both sides, and we'll get those cooking in our skillet the way we always do. We put some butter and oil in the pan, sear them for 3 minutes on each side, and then put them in the oven on, I think, 350 for 6 minutes. And then they come out perfect and juicy and delicious. Oh, and this time before he threw them in the oven, he also added in some lemon juice. So we just dug out some things out of the pantry and freezer, and that's what we're using to make this dinner, and it turned out so delicious, so we'll totally make it again. So we had some fresh broccoli in the fridge that needed to be used up. We're throwing that in our skillet with some garlic and onion powder, salt and pepper, a little more ranch seasoning, and a dribble of soy sauce. Sounds like a weird combination, but it was actually so good. The veggies in this were the best part. To the broccoli, we also added in some frozen corn and a splash of water, and we just let all of this steam until it was cooked to our liking, and just kept this warm until we were ready to add in our cooked bacon and our chicken. We just crumbled up a few slices of cooked bacon into our veggies, and then we sliced up that juicy chicken, and we're just going to add this all into our pot with our broccoli and corn and that yummy sauce, and then we're just going to make a box of rice pilaf on the side. This dinner turned out so good, and it goes to show that sometimes all you need to make dinner is what you already have, and it'll turn out fantastic. Good morning, guys. Today is Sunday. Of course, for us, Sundays usually aren't the weekend, so it's a school day. The boys are working on school, and a lot has happened since my last video. I mean, nothing like crazy exciting, but I'm going to show you some stuff we got in here in a minute. You can kind of see that right there. But yesterday, my granddaddy called me in the morning, and he was like, hey, what are you doing today? Can we stop by? He lives 3 hours away. But I was like, yeah, of course you can. So they were going to visit other people close to us, and so they were going to stop by and say hi to us. And I haven't seen him in a couple of years. I know that's awful of me. I need to drive down there more, but Adam's always working and all that. But we need to try harder. So he stopped by, and I got to visit with him for a while, and it was so nice. I love my granddaddy. He's such a cool guy. And it's just nice to get to see your family. Yeah. So yesterday, that was pretty much all we did. I got the house cleaned up, obviously, because they were coming over. Tonight we are going next door to his brother's house and we're gonna have burgers with them. And then I have tomato plants and peppers that I need to get in their pots. Well, not pots. I got grow bags this year instead of pots because pots are expensive. And I'm only putting them in pots because I want to put them in the greenhouse that my sister gave me that still isn't all the way put together because Adam got most of it put together and then he had to go sleep. And then at 2 in the morning that night, we had a random hailstorm and it knocked a whole bunch of stuff down. So need to get them plants in their grow bags. And then when the greenhouse is done, I can stick them in there. And I also need to get seeds planted in the beds for my cucumbers and stuff. I'm still trying to decide where to put everything. We took our old pool frame from our little 3-foot tall swimming pool we used to have. It's like 12 inches diameter, I think. We put it together, turned it upside down, and then Adam put netting around the legs. And it's high enough that I can step over it. It couldn't be 3 feet taller. I couldn't do that. But enough to keep maybe the bunnies out. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to put that somewhere in the yard and till up the dirt. And then put some stuff in the ground in there. And we'll see how that goes this year. We've never tried that. But so you can probably hear my sister-in-law is mowing. But anyway. Yeah, so we're gonna do burgers for dinner tonight, but I wanted to show you, Tucker's giving me recipes I left in the printer. I wanted to show you what we did in the kitchen. So do you remember how cluttered my kitchen counter was before? I had stuff piled on the microwave, there was just stuff all over the counter, but we got some fun things and here's what it looks like now. Yay, I have so much more counter space. So first we got this microwave shelf thing and we put the microwave up here and it just looked really funny and I didn't like it. So we put it back down here. But yeah, so now the coffee pot and everything's not shoved in here. I got a cheap toaster oven and got rid of my one slice toaster that was just not working for me anymore. But yeah, it gets stuff up off. Everything was stacked on the microwave before and next to it and all shoved together. I feel like we have so much more counter space. And I think it looks really nice. And so after that, on this side, I was like, ooh, wouldn't it be nice to have one over here? So this used to be on that white thing in this corner. And then we had all kinds of other spices. Everything that's here was just shoved on the counter. And then the napkins and everything would be here. And so it felt like there were 2 inches of counter space on this side. So I think this turned out awesome. I feel like I have more room to cook. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? I don't know. Just because it's more organized, it feels like we have more space. We don't have much more space, but it's really nice. And we're about to have a lot more space because this thing is finally going bye-bye. I like it. It's pretty, but it just doesn't work. It just doesn't. Look, here. I'll show you. It's scary in there. No matter how much I try to fix it, it just doesn't work. Because you can't get the stuff back there. These don't open. It's just a pain. That's why it's not meant to be a pantry. So, we finally did it. We ordered a pantry. It's not put together yet. When I get it put together, I'll let you know and you'll see it. But I'm so excited. I can't wait to put it up. What's you doing? What's you doing? And those are all my grow bags. I need to get my plants in. So yeah. Lots of things happening. The plan is to empty that out and get rid of it and move it. Then why will my camera not focus? This is going on that wall. And I'm hoping to put some shelves up eventually above it. But yeah, the pantry is going to go right here. It's going to fit right here. And it's got really cool shelving in it and stuff. So I'm excited. Are you excited? Are you excited?
I am.
It's such a pretty day today. So these are some of the plants we got. There's lots of tomatoes and some pepper plants. Garrett got a dwarf banana tree. They're getting big already. Like this one's huge. I need to get these planted. So Adam just brought home some groceries for our burgers tonight, and then for St. Patrick's Day dinner tomorrow, we already have our corned beef in the fridge. So he got some bacon and ground beef for the burgers. I just told him to grab some chips. We have salt and vinegar and original. Adam has been wanting this, and I've been wanting it ever since he told me about it. Bluebell banana fudge ice cream. How much was this?
$9.
That's ridiculous. But it sounds so good. Like those. Do they still make the banana fudge pops?
No, they haven't.
Only in the. They make the rocket pops still, don't they?
Yeah, but those aren't the same.
Yeah, they're not the
They
same.
don't make the banana fudge like we grew up on. Like, they
I'm
stopped
excited to
making
try
those
that.
years ago.
So he got that and some waffle cones. Got some tea because we're almost out, and some milk. And malt vinegar. When we make our corned beef and cabbage dinner, we like to put vinegar on ours, and this is the one I like. We have some other ones in the pantry. Pickles for burgers, lettuce for burgers, butter because you always need butter. Tomato for burgers. I don't know if it was last year or the year before when we made our corned beef and cabbage. Instead of boiling everything, Adam smoked it on the smoker outside, and then we did like roasted veggies. I think we did roasted carrots and potatoes, and then we made Brussels sprouts instead of cabbage. Adam's not a big fan of cabbage, but he loves Brussels sprouts. So when we roasted all of these and just made the Brussels sprouts and stuff, we liked that much better than everything just boiled. So I don't know how we're making the corned beef yet because he has to work that day, but...
I mean, supposedly it only takes 4 hours,
So I guess we'll find out.
I
And
might
then we got
smoke
some...
it for 2 hours and then put it in the oven for another 2.
Okay. Buns for burgers. Just a little bit of groceries. Okay, you'll have to ignore Mario in the background. So the boys are eating leftover schnitzel. We still have some of this rice pilaf left from the other night. And some chicken. And then we have all these veggies and things that need to be used up. So I'm just going to make a little something. I don't know what to call it, but it's lunch. So my lunch turned into one of my usual throw it together veggie type of things. This is always good. I don't know why. A huge plate of veggies for lunch is delicious. So I threw in some red onion and a red bell pepper. And I also chopped up a yellow squash and some of that fresh broccoli. I threw in some water, a teaspoon of chicken bouillon, and some ranch seasoning, and some garlic pepper. And I just let these cook until they were ready. And then I heated up some of that leftover chicken, bacon, and rice pilaf in the microwave. For dinner tonight, like I said, we're just making some simple smash burgers. We just have our ground beef, some American and Colby Jack cheese, whatever anybody wants on their burger, and we just smushed those in our cast iron skillet and got them super thin and crispy. We added our cheese to the bottom and the middle so we could add our toppings on next door, and these were fantastic.